Boy, oh boy. That is hot. Have to close that. Oh dear. But what a difference a nice fire makes in the morning, eh? Good morning, monsters. Good morning, monster number 3 that doesn't want to look at me. I had a good sleep. She woke me up 5 to 8. I don't know what time it is now. I should have a look. 8:35 and I've not even got changed. And guess what? I had Mars bars for breakfast because I still can't find my cereal bars. Hopefully I'll pack them. If not, well. Stella, settle down. Don't get uncovered. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. You don't want to go out? Oh God, now they're going to start fighting. Why did she do that for? Rogue, leave her alone, please. There'll be a fight. We don't need that. Anyway, I had a good night's sleep. The hammock was hanging way too low. It was hanging about here, if you can see my hand. About 6 inches off the ground. It should be hanging about here, where it is now. Not much lower than where it is now, to be honest. What I did yesterday when I adjusted them straps, I've obviously dropped the straps, not realising. So, raise the straps up higher. The other thing is, there's a ridge line inside what the light's hanging on. That was really tense, too tense. That's not good. But I wasn't going to get up in the middle of the night and start doing all that. I was woken up about 2 o'clock. The wind was blowing like a good one. I could hear this making a noise, the pipe shifting, squeaking. So I thought, I've got to get up, let them have a wee, and check on the guy lines. Guy lines were fine. Tip was fine, but it was blowing from more or less direct at us. So I would say more northerly, and it was quite brisk, but it was coming in little spurts, you know what I mean? It weren't like continuous. It was like, and it sounded, you could hear it sound like a train coming through, but luckily it weren't really strong stuff, but enough to kind of start shaking things. And then I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, I'd gone. But then my knees were aching, and that's because, not because of it being in the hammock, it was because I've been kneeling all day here when I was working on the fire, chopping wood, bringing wood in. I keep coming down on my knees, and it's obviously not doing my knees any good, so that's something I've got to be careful of, hence why I'm sitting on this mat now. I've shifted a bit, sorry. So I'm just hogging the fire because it was just so nice. So plans, have coffee, which I think is probably about ready. This is the water that I stereo-pin, so I don't need to bring it to a boil. I normally, if I haven't stereo-pinned it, I normally bring it to a boil. Fire's going, dogs have been fed. It's a case of getting changed and start doing chores around camp, water, clean that pan, tidy up around here so I know where everything is. Do some charging because I left that yesterday until it was too late. And then ponder around camp, do a bit of exploring, I think. Oh, and take some photos. And I've got a drone. I haven't had time to do anything. I've been busy doing other things and just relaxing. So weird, isn't it? But as I say, this was a test camp anyway. So I've only got to finish a bit in the plantation. I can do that in about a couple of hours. So I'm not worried about that. That's searching I'm on about. Yeah, this was just to come out and chill and enjoy and test all the gear and make sure it all works. So it might be boring for people to watch, but it's nice and relaxing for us. Now she wants to sleep. Oh, I know why she wanted to move. Look at her head. Look how near it is to the fire. She's a fire hogger. Right, I've got to make my coffee. 10:30. And our first snow. Look. Only a little bit. Here it comes. Very tiny and very dry. But it counts, doesn't it? That's snow. Looking at my chimney. I'd like to take it down and re-roll the roll, but it's tied to that tree, and sometimes you can make a bigger problem. I've just been sorting out the hammock. I'll show you what I mean. For those that know better than me, ain't got much room in here, I'm sorry. But the beetle buckles were near, more or less outside. I hadn't had the hammock centred. So I had to centre the hammock. And also it was hanging too low. Oh, I hope that's not rescue. Yeah, so as you can see now, the beetle buckles are inside. Both of them are inside. The beetle buckle's more or less here, and that's no good. If it rains, rain will come down past the beetle buckle because the strapping is still showing and run down to the hammock. So basically I hadn't had the hammock centered right. It's been pushed to this side. Also, I've raised the straps. The straps were about here, and that meant the hammock was hanging nice, but it was hanging far too low. It was hanging about 6 inches off the ground. So I've ummed and ahed and took my time, and the dogs were patient, thank God. Brushed my teeth, cleaned out their droppings. I gotta get water and clean that pan. Hey, careful, there's lots of wood, you get stabbed. Hey, we're gonna move in a minute. So yeah, the only thing I would like to do is do that roll, but it could be more trouble than it's worth by taking it down, redoing it, undoing all the guy lines, especially that one hanging off the tree, and then maybe it won't be any better. At the moment it's doing its job. I'm sure with use it'll get better and better. I don't really want to go to pipes because pipes take a bulk, you know what I mean, because I don't think they go inside each other. It's a shame they don't interlock or something, you know what I mean. But I don't mind the roll. It's just, it doesn't look pretty, but who's up here looking at it, eh? And don't comment. You're all going to complain, look, your roll's bad. Please don't do it. My first time rolling it. It was fine, honest. When I rode it at home with a pole and done that and left it for a while. And then obviously being sat around for about 3-4 months, it hadn't been used again. So obviously when I took it out here and I rolled it seemed fine, but it's buckled here and there. It's popped out, isn't it? I don't know why it's done that, because there's rings either side of it, but just probably not rolled perfectly on this ground. Right, I've got to get water and clean things and find some dead wood, because that wood worked. All that wood in there is drying out lovely now, and it's burning lovely. I had to let the fire burn out because it was just too hot. How many times did we complain? We ain't got a good fire, and then now I've got it sorted. Right, chores. Bit cloudy and murky up there. As I say, it has been trying to snow. Well, we've done the water, and I've picked up the remaining droppings bag. We'll call it droppings to be polite. So back to camp. Find another dead stump like that one I found yesterday, because that's good firewood, because it was dry. Stella, not in the water. Here, Stella. See, I have to have eyes in the back of my head. Over that way. Because if she gets her jacket wet. Over there, up. No, here. This way, come. Oh dear, dogs. I don't want to get, she likes the river, you see. So if she gets in the river with a wet jacket. Go on, you two, go. How can I talk with this? Look. No professional vids here. Oh, dear. If you get injured, that's it. You're going back to the vets yourself. Right, we'll make our way back to camp without any calamities, hopefully. Oh, dear. Stella. Okay, I keep an eye on you trying to get in the river, and I got to keep an eye on these two. Oh, I heard that. Be careful. Oh dear. Right, just been cutting more wood. Show you the tools I'm using. Agawa. I think it's Agawa, isn't it? Agawa, yeah. Boreal 21. which folds out. I'll show you in a bit. And the Friskers X70. Hold on, I'll show you what it looks like folded away. Such a brilliant saw, cuts through anything, that. There you go, all packed away. Easily going to the side of your pack. On the side, inside your attached inside the straps, side straps. So always handy, ready to use. Right, I've got to chop this wood. I made them specifically a bit longer, split them in half, and they'll be the ones that keep the fire going longer. Look at these two muppets. Status inside resting. Sun's come out, just like that. The cloud disappeared. But I've just done a weather check on the Garmin, and they say it's going to be cloudy off and on. But temps are not bad. It's tried to snow, but it hasn't. If that makes sense. To be honest, we've got the perfect weather conditions for testing kit, and it couldn't have gone better for me in that sense. You know what I mean? Rogue, leave it. I didn't take my pan. I've got to take my pan to wash my pan. I forgot it. I had more than enough. As I say, I found this. There's another dead tree standing. It's like these ones, you know. I don't know if you can see these smaller ones. They're just rotting away. But luckily I caught this one. I mean, this probably will be a dead tree soon, if it's not already a dead tree. But it's way too big for me to cut. I mean, the same with that one. That one's still living, I think. But any of the ones that I know are dead, and then I can start cutting that stuff again and using that as to dry out, you know, once the fire's going, because the stuff in there is beginning to dry out. I'm feeling it, and you can see the difference. So getting the fire going, the heat in that tent, and everything's drying out good. So I've done a lot of housework, done the normal chores, just chopping wood now. I tell you what, the time just flies. It literally flies. You know, okay, I got out a bit late, but I mean, messing about with them straps and getting them right. Things I'll change on these. I'm sorry, I've got to try and put you on if I can. That's it. Sorry if it suddenly went down. Things I've got to change on these is find a way doing the continuous ridge line with two. Have that one like that and have another one like this. So yeah, that's okay. The strap in the middle, I'm happy with that. And yeah, not too bad that. Again, sorry if I'm waffling, but some of you might be interested. Again, have the strap. See there in the middle? That's good. I'm happy with that. And see if I can do a different, have the Prosux, but do something different with a line. Maybe with another bit of Dutch wear gear that brings it in, you know, not a wasp. Might use, they've got some clips I might use and just hook these in, but it's like a guitar string. It is as taut as it's going to be. I think it's just a lay of the land making the tent look a bit saggy on the top. Yeah, stove. I don't know if I should touch it. It's doing its job, isn't it? Sometimes you touch something and sometimes it goes wrong. Right, I've got to chop wood. This is the jacket I've been wearing. You'll probably see a photo. I'll put a photo up if it comes out decent of me wearing it. It's a Sitka gear, sorry. Couldn't get my words there. Traverse jacket. It's like line jacket, you can see the Garmin through the inside pocket. It's a wind stopper. And it's a Gore-Tex. Sorry, I'm trying to do all this with the little tags. Gore-Tex Infinium. I don't know if you can see that. A lovely lined, and I tell you what, it is warm. It's cozy jacket. Now it's a short cut. There it goes, Gore-Tex Infinium. This is a short cut, and I thought, being short cut, will it ride up and I'll feel a cold up my back? But it doesn't. It seems to hug your back. When you cinch it up and all that, it seems to just catch just right. And it's a smooth lining, not like your normal jackets. It's because they're hunting jackets, they're not supposed to rustle, so that noise. It's not supposed to make the normal Gore-Tex noise, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's not out for pouring rain. Rebel, go away. He's trying to get behind me and do things. But it's lovely and warm. The hood does come off, it's detachable, but I've kept the hood on. It's got everything you could want. Pockets here, lovely top shoulder pocket, both sides. I didn't realise that myself. I've had my pockets open all the time when it was blustery and all that and chilly, -3, and I just put my hands in there to warm up without any gloves on, and they warmed up lovely. But I absolutely love it. Again, stealthy. Yesterday there was someone, I was getting water, the dogs were all rested. I was up at the main river up there, near the edge of the plantation, and there was a hiker coming down, and I was watching them, and I was just sitting there. I don't think they noticed me at all with this jacket on. And I also got like so they probably think I'm a stalker if anything. But as I say, when you've got dogs like that, look, great big, and even studs come out now. But yeah, beautiful jacket. I'll let you know how it goes, you know, through the time, because time will tell, won't it? What's he chewing? Oh, he's chewing a stick. It's all right. Sorry, I'm watching him. When I'm talking to you, you see, the reason my videos can't be professional, I'm like trying to show you a piece of kit and, you know, trying to explain things. But meanwhile, in the corner of my eye, I'm watching these either trying to dig something out, eat something, go in the water, you know what I mean? Do something absolutely stupid. And of course, I lose track. I'm talking to you and then I lose track when I'm trying to explain something. So please excuse me, you know what I mean? I'm just being a responsible owner, you know what I mean? Because last thing you want to do when you're out here, I mean, here we're only about 4 miles away from the car. Feels remote, but it's not. But in the future, we'll be in a lot of remote areas, really stuck out. And if you switch off with the dogs and they're doing something stupid, eating something they shouldn't, that could be poisonous or something like that, or something that could just get stuck in a throat. I mean, they can find bones and things, you know what I mean? So you just got to be careful. And the last you want is an injury, because if you're 10 miles out, you've got to get back with the dog. You can't press a personal locator beacon or SOS for a dog injured, you know what I mean? I don't think sorry, I just seen movement in between the trees. There's a hiker. I'll put my jacket on. I doubt they'll see me. They'll see them, spot them. But there's people about. It's a Saturday, and you get walkers about on a Saturday. I saw someone go out. It might be the same person coming back down. See, the whole point is I don't want them approach. Yeah, they're watching us. They're looking through the trees at us. Why are they watching us? This is the thing. You get away from humans and they come to you. You know what I mean? Why did they come to you? Go away, leave us alone. Right, I'm gonna have to put the phone down because I think this person's going to start approaching us and I've got to get the leads. Thankfully the walker, he was I saw movement in the trees at the more or less sit on the edge, and the person double back, came approaching us. So I thought, oh god, I'm gonna have to get dogs on leave. But Rebel was grabbed a stick, and Rogue tried to get it off him and he barked, and that must have deterred the person from coming near us, thank god. And the person then carried on down. Meanwhile, I was looking at this pipe. I think the answer to this could be extra rings, because it seems to be popping where there's no rings, you see what I mean? So I might order some more molly, what they call it, stove pipe roll mat, whatever it is, I don't know what it's called. Put some extra rings in, because save it where the gaps are, where there's no rings, it just pops out. I'm sure I'm so tempted to take it out and re-roll it, but I'm sure that if I do that I'll just end up with the same problem, and then I won't be no better off, and I've wasted a lot of time. At the moment it's not causing any issues, so I think I'll leave it. Doesn't look pretty, but it's something. You see, this is what I'm saying. Brought the gear out, wanted to test it, learnt about the hammock, get it centered, you know what I mean? That was when I got here the first night. I seem to have got it better than yesterday when I took my time and readjusted the straps. But today it seems better again, so we'll see how it lies. It's all trial and error. As I say, I can't get this any tighter. These processes can't go any further. It's just a lay of the land. Tension's great. There was minimal condensation in there this morning. I mean minimal, I mean really minimal. But there again, the temperatures weren't as low as the night before. We had some cloud cover at times. Haven't seen the cows. Haven't seen no deer. Seen a couple of humans, sadly. I know I sound antisocial, but right. Next thing got to do is check the stove. Make sure that doesn't need emptying of ash. See how bad it is. It's good to have some ash in the bottom. It helps it burn. Don't ask me why. It does. But if it's choked, then obviously I've got to clear it out, and then I'll have to move the stove pipe. Anyway, let's see. Cut wood. I'm prepared with wood. Got the small wood, other wood. So we'll probably go see what he's found. Rebel, drop it. Leave it. See, that's what I mean. Off. It's not a human. That's a deer. Leave it. Oh, I've got to get rid of that. You see, he finds everything. Panic over. See, something like that, he'll be tuning it for ages. But the thing is, it's kind of the teeth and the jawbone, it's all solid. It'd probably do more damage. It's very sharp and brittle as well. So I've dumped that in water and made sure it's gone under. He would not be able to track that. He's a so-and-so. But at least he does find things, doesn't he? Just don't find anything human like that and start chewing at it, Rebel. You'll get me in a lot of trouble. Right, I can go now. Check this stove, get on with lunch, feed dogs, and then we'll do some walking, I think, this afternoon. I was going to do some photography, but the light is off and on, so we'll see. Right, boiling some water, have some lunch. Not worth putting a fire on for that. It's not really that cold, to be honest. Beef stew and potatoes for lunch. I haven't had no, apart from them toasted sandwiches, I've been eating junk food, so I want to eat something a bit hot and healthier as such, even though it's dehydrated. Lie down, Rebel, go away from the stove. Stella's resting. I'm going to sit here out of the wind. There's Stella resting. Rogue don't know what to do. She's either in or she's out. She doesn't know. I'd say it's about 3-4 degrees today. But there's no breeze, so it doesn't feel as chilly as it should do. You know what I mean? When that breeze picks up, it cuts through you, doesn't it? Even at 2 or 3 degrees Celsius, this is. Sorry, when I give temperatures, it's all Celsius because in the UK that's what we use. But I know people in the US and other countries might be using different units like Fahrenheit. So, and yes, I know I'm rambling. I'm rambling, Rebel, ain't I? But look, then you can see the time, 12 o'clock. I ain't feeding them yet. Normally they get fed about 11 o'clock at home, but they had late brekkie, so I'll give them another hour and I'll feed them lunch. Where's Rogue gone? Oh, she's gone back in. Right, let's get this boiled and let's have some food. Right, sandwich here. Beef stew and potatoes, sounds nice. If I remember right, it's a bit crunchy, that one. You have to leave it a bit longer. You can see the view of the mountains in front. To you, they look really small on the camera, but they're quite big in front of me here. Cameras always mislead. It's because it's on wide angle lens. 2 monsters are in there. Rogue doesn't know if she's in or out, so I haven't covered her because she doesn't make her mind up. Rebel, look, he's a warrior. He says, I want to lie out here in the cold. I don't care. They're big babies they are, them too. Honestly, it's chilly, but it's not cold. Not the sense that you go, oh my God, it's a bit cold out here. No, it's doable. if you stayed out here too long, yeah, your toes and all that will get cold. But no, it'll be fine. Right, time for food. And I can feed them, get them out of the way. So, brought a rock. Still got the nails in it. I'm going to try and position the nails or bend the nails back and then hammer it in, if you see what I mean. Bend the nail back a bit, get it in line and hammer it in, hopefully. I think there's another loose one further up, but in the dark, someone pulls this, it could snap, couldn't it? It's not my job to fix it, but stupid just to ignore it, innit? Right, let's see if I can fix it. The other one, only little nails, so I don't know how much that's going to attach. Shame there's no nails. I can't find a nail from anywhere to knock it out and use it. But I'll see if I can get them in. Be nice if it hold a little bit. If not, I'll have to look for a nail somewhere. Where are you going to find a nail out here? Anyway, I'll see if I can do anything with this one. Who says I couldn't do it? I did it. Look at them views, eh? Idiots. Idiot dogs. And it's not nowhere as slippery as last time. Bye bye rock. I had to do it, I'm sorry, big kid. Oh, don't tell me there's another one up here, otherwise I'll have to get another rock now. No. No. This was really weird. Oh, there's icy down here. So it was icy last night. It just, we missed it where we were. Oh. So we were lucky. Here, I don't want you near no cows. Beautiful. So I mean about, I have asked many times on my YouTube videos, and I know the family do see these, and ask for new posters, you know, and I would have put them up. This is what I'm saying. No one cares, do they? You know, that's not going to help anyone, is it? That was a missing, that was a poster for the missing guy that I'm looking, well, I have been searching for. But if they're not updated, how's anyone ever going to know? I mean, might as well just cut it off and bin it. Go on, you two. Yeah, there was ice down there as well. So we were lucky, we were in a sheltered spot where it didn't get us. But out in the open it seemed quite icy still. So, fix the bridge. Only little things, but little things matter, don't they? What's my next job? There used to be a poster here, you see, and that's blown away in the wind. Again, as I say, I would easily come here and put posters up, new zip locks and everything. But the family, when I say the family, it's not fair. Certain members of the family don't seem to want me to search, don't seem to want me to high profile this, which is just ludicrous, to be honest. If someone's willing to do the work, give them the help. But this is what I'm saying, I'm not getting any feedback. Leave my pan. I'll wash my pan out, it's still a bit greasy, needs a wipe out. Right, so do you I don't know if it's me, but do you see what I'm saying? Is I'm getting a feeling that, you know, I'm wasting my time doing what I'm doing because certain people are being obstructive, and them certain people that are being obstructive are the ones that's supposed to be the ones that desperately want to find their relative. And I don't understand that. That's the bit I do not understand. But hey, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Right, back to camp, and then I don't know what. You're looking better from walking, Stella. Hold on. Your coat's a bit wonky, is it? No, it's all right. I'm trying to keep her out of the water. I think she's stiffening up by lying around too much. You could zip up there. I'll tell you another thing. It is an easterly wind. We've not been feeling it because we're sheltered. Out here, it's freezing. I need my gloves. Yeah, really chilly. You probably can hear it on the camera. Sorry, Rebel, you can't come. You're over 1 ton. Yeah, it's very frustrating when you're doing searching and all you want is some kind of feedback, you know, from the people that are concerned, that closest to the person that's missing, and all you're doing is getting an obstruction, and you're thinking, why are you being obstructive when there's no need? You're supposed to be people that are desperately wanting your relative. And another thing is, I only do these searches where people have requested people to help, you know, so it's not like I've tagged on some search kind of being a goody two shoes or something. I've poor Stella, I've waited for people to put an appeal out, you know, either through Facebook, the press or whatever, and say, can people please help find my whoever, you know what I mean? Then I've got in contact with them, and then they said, yeah, please do help. We would love you to, you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm doing something. So, and also, if they ever, these people, whoever they are in the future, don't want people to search, just go on the press and don't look for my relative. But don't go in front of the cameras, go to the press, do podcasts, do everything. Please search for my so-and-so. And then when people do search, they just become obstructive. I just do not understand it. It's just, I don't know. I know one thing. If it was someone I cared about that was missing, and anyone came along volunteering to help, especially if they got dogs and got experience, I'd rip their arm off. Look at Rebel going back to camp in front of us. I hope he is, and not finding more dead things. Rebel! Rebel! Probably he's just hunting around. It's nothing. He's tracking. He's been tracking something around here. Last night, Rogue was growling, so I'm guessing some deer being around, something like that. Whoops, we're going the wrong way. There is a specific way to get back to our camp without getting bogged down. So yeah, if it was me, especially if someone was spending like nearly 2 years searching for my relative, I'd be ripping their arm off saying thank you. But it doesn't appear so. But Paul Conway, the last one, that was the guy I was trying to remember yesterday. The one who got missing from between Glenfinnan and Inverie, when he was heading up to Inverie, and somehow ended up Loch Moor. Now, I did the same thing with his family. They were asking for people to search, got in contact. They said yes. They were so grateful. They were so appreciative that people would spend their time, their money to do such a thing and search. And that's all you want. Just thank you. Just a simple thank you. Doesn't hurt, does it? But and you could tell, and they still send the odd message saying thanks, you know. I mean, it hasn't gone unnoticed, and that's good. That's all you want. Not looking for an financial reward or anything like that. But some really weirdness about this Neil Skinner case. I can't say what I really think because I'd crossed borders. I got kind of be semi-professional, ain't I? Right, I won't dwell on that because I'll get myself in trouble. Anyway, yeah, we're nice and sheltered here, whereas out there it's quite windy. Right, back to camp.